Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the second half of the GT World Challenge. I'm your host, commentator for today, Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, bringing you the fourth round of the 2024 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club GT World Challenge powered by AEC. We are live at Oulton Park for the British Grand Prix, and after an staggering 3 rounds that we've had so far with 3 different winners, we head on to, I will say, one of 2 of the most difficult circuits in this championship. With only 3 rounds to go, the championship fight gets even closer with Gabriel's streak running down to a T. It is under a race win with the amount of points he has. We go trackside at Oulton. And with all the drivers doing their last bit of practice here, it is a very, very important round for very few drivers, especially fighting for that top spot. We're looking at one of them right here, Luca Andretti. After missing out on the win at the Italian Grand Prix to Jaden Harrison, it's been a little bit difficult catching up, allowing Jaden to bring in his power of his own. He sits 4th in the championship standings, Jaden Harrison. It is a bit difficult for him above the road. Ahead of him now with just 3 rounds to go. And with Luca and Gabriel being very consistent with their positions, he's going to need to pull a miracle, and I think he needs another race win to really put himself in this championship fight. So is this man, Luca Andretti. He needs a race win as well. One thing they do need is to finish ahead of Gabriel, which after the last round, they did well. But it's not enough. We're going to see a dogfight on our hands here today. Jaden Harrison and Luca Andretti going to reignite the fire that they left off at the Italian Grand Prix. And we're going to see how it's going to go down. You can already see it in the lap times. It's a 27.634 against a 27.651. Barely anything separates the Swiss Superman and the man who has Jamaica on his side, Jaden Harrison. We'll find out who is going to take this race. But it's our championship leader, Gabriel, who's home free after his race win back in the first round, and his 2 championship rivals that we see now not taking part in that race. It's allowed him to get the jump, but that gap has slowly but surely closed up. To give you the point standings, with Gabriel at 89 points, Luca with 64, Brandon Pierce in the McLaren. He's up there as well, P3 with 58 points, Jaden Harrison with 55, Klaus with 54, as after he was holding the top 2 positions in the championship, Martin Webster with 50 points. A lot of the drivers who are up there in points and are not having the best of finishes in that top 3, they're up there because it's about consistency and competing in all of the available races, with Gabriel definitely being up there for a reason. Oswin Wilson also back in the driver's seat here in his Nissan GTR GT3. Klaus Klint in the building as well in the Ferrari. Martin Webster in the Jaguar. Danny Nasir in the Audi. Brandon Smith in the Brabham. Sean Lee in the Mercedes. Couple more drivers that we could expect to see here today. But unlike Monza, it's really going to test out how these guys fare, because Monza had the power of the slipstream. It's the temple of speed for a reason, but now around Oulton Park, this is a lot more of a technical circuit, as we're watching through here. Where you see Brandon Smith entering the pit road, probably practicing his pit stops. It's going to be very crucial to get a good pit stop around here. But with that, let's go on board. Let's find P6 of Danny Nasir as he enters through turn 1. Let's take a little bit of a tour of this track to show you guys just how unforgiving this circuit is as Danny enters the left-hander there. Let's see some corner names through here. Let's slide this up. There's Shell's Oil Corner. A banked corner there as he exits through, going up to the chicane now of Britain's. Quick first gear corner, right back on through the hilltop. Racing down the straight. Going into the fast kick. The kink through here. Down into third gear using that exit curb. Not too much to play around with. Going back through up Clay Hill. And arriving through the double right-handers of Druids. Warwick Bridge going under it through there. And one corner to go. Launch corner. Very difficult to get the exit right. It's going over a hill. Deer leap over the crest, across the line. Just an example of how there's just not much space to play around with here. Oulton Park, a very, very difficult circuit, but a well-respected track. Of course, seen last time we were here, of course, at the BTCC Legends Championship finale, where it was this man who won it all, Sean Lee, who had won that championship that fateful day. And Sean Lee, after a very, very abysmal, sad Italian Grand Prix where he lost the lead not once but twice in the same corner, looks to right the wrongs. Get those spins out of the way. Get those incidents out of the way for everyone. I think you see Jaden Harrison also doing it as well. Just get it out the way, so you can have a clean race in this. There you see Curtis Gregory loading up into the session there. He is in the Ford. As this race is going on right now, that Ford, and along with a lot of these GT cars, are taking part in the Rolex Daytona 24 that's going on live right now at time of this live stream. So that's going on IMSA TV. So 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Let's go disable the corner names and let's look at the sector times, because that is what we are going to need for qualifying. You see the top 6 all in pit lane right now. Who is coming out of pits? That's Gabrielle, currently P6 in the timing charts with a 130.637. I assume all of them are on those high fuel numbers. Nope. Teleporting back into pits. Luca Andretta out in the Porsche. But with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go, not too much to talk about here in this practice session. Of course, every practice session, the guys had the whole week. Of course, the server is open as soon as the race finishes. Practice goes up for the next server, and ooh, was that contact with Danny Nasir, or maybe he just lost it over the crest? But the drivers do have all week to practice and prepare for this race.
Can I do highway speeds?
Who joined?
Moi.
Oh, hello. Yeah, me and Jaden are just so close. I can improve still by like 1 or 2 tenths, but Jesus, that first corner is so hard to get right without getting a track cut.
Very unforgiving.
It's like you got that wide entry and then it tightens after the apex, like an insane amount.
That is
I found out just don't touch that dang curb because it's brutal.
driver in P2
Oh, no,
there,
that
Luca
curve,
Andretta,
like,
Brandon Smith
kind
also
of dip the inside into it.
in the voice
I
chat.
need to like keep the line as wide as possible, or else there's no chance of carrying it enough momentum.
You see Sean Lee putting up a time back on the board there, I think, crossing the line there, but it's Jaden Harrison.
First race I raced with gloves on.
I did like sim racing gloves or karting gloves, or oven mitts. That also works too.
Oh, okay.
They're mechanics gloves because I have to do my own body work here, guys. They're mechanics gloves.
Of course.
Exclusively at Menards.
So with practice complete, qualifying about to get underway. 10 minutes of qualifying coming up. That is where the excitement is really going to kick off.
I'm gonna send you a message after the race.
Gotcha.
Practice so bumpy.
Don't worry, it's not bad.
I'm a little bit scared. I feel like I'm being called into the principal's office.
Huh.
I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm sorry.
You did absolutely nothing wrong, but some info for you.
All right, then. There we see a 27.6 coming from Luca Andretta as he comes
But
around the
I can't
final
say it
corner.
because I know we're on air and everything else, so I can't say it here.
Got you, no problem. All right, qualifying is going to get underway in a couple minutes. So just be ready for that. So, Luca
Can I get a
Andretta,
one lap ahead of everybody.
Jaden Harrison,
Start?
Sean Lee. You could have a 1 lap ahead in qualifying. But I don't think that'll work out because you're just gonna run into traffic by the time your lap starts.
Real.
Sean Lee
Thanks so
P3
much
there.
for the support, guys.
Oh, no problem.
Whee! Ow!
So the Porsche of Luca Andretta is fastest on the board, followed by the Mercedes duo of Jaden Harrison and Sean Lee.
Here we are.
All right, qualifying started in 1 minute and 20 seconds. The only thing I'm gonna say is maybe check out where your pit box is, because some of them are doubled up beside each other. So don't get too confused. Also, test out that pit entry, because the line is pretty deep into the pit lane as well.
I didn't even make one pit approach. I didn't even make one pit approach practice.
Yeah, me neither.
Was there a mandatory pit?
I guess that's gonna be one of my qualifying.
Okay, no pit window though. Cool. Thank you.
No tires, just gas. I'm trying to get a confusion advantage here. Can you bear with me here? Jeez.
Is Wally still loading, or?
Is Osmond driving today? Yeah, in the chat.
I just got in the chat. Can you hear me?
Osmond.
Oh, Osman. Like, was practicing today. I gotta ask Raul, what's the matter with my liver? Whatever. No matter. That's easy there.
So, with qualifying underway, we'll let the drivers now go full rein here. Let's do this. Gabrielle, the first driver, across the line. Tavar Clark, welcome in the chat. I think you're going to be here for a great qualifying session with 15 drivers in the fray. And look at that track map on the right-hand side of your screen. It is crowded, with so many drivers. Oulton Park, a very, very small track around here as you're watching Gabrielle as he goes through Shelter Oil Corner. It's very difficult to give some space away. You know, you compare this one with Monza that we had last round. A lot of space to just get out the way. Like around this section, it's really just, yeah, pray there's no car ahead of you, or that is going to be your lap time kind of over with there. But Gabrielle looking very quick so far as he goes up the hill. Try to get a good camera angle of this. There you see the Porsche of Luca Andretta in the background. They're just going to lower the music there for you guys. 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to go. Lap times around here should be in the 30... sorry, not the 30s. Should be a little bit lower than this, that's for sure. Just going to get the results for you here. Oh, as Gabrielle decides to take it in the pits. That's very interesting. So I think the next driver that was across the line there might have been Luca. Yes, it is. So Luca Andretta, that we're going to watch him now. But just to give you guys an insight, of course, we can't say if anyone's going to break a track record here because this is the first time we're allowing GT3 racing here at Oulton Park. And the last time we were here was for the BTCC Legends, but to give you guys perspective, Jaden Harrison owns the fastest lap time of a 1:27.634. Steven in the chat there. Wait, is that Oswin the Aussie Wilson? Yes, it is. Oswin, surprising even myself. He's a little bit sneaky, just nudging himself through the front gates and taking over the GTR. The Nissan, there as you see him, Aussie is in the car. That's how you know this party is underway. Let's get back with Luca Andretta, but don't forget, we have so many drivers to look at. Just take a look at that stacked lineup. Jaden Harrison, Sean Lee, George Hall, Danny Nasir, Curtis Gregory. Of course, we have your usuals in this championship, Gabrielle, Martin Webster, Brandon Smith, Klaus Klint. We got Justin Nasir back from the Dutch Grand Prix. We have some new debut drivers. 1-4, Alfie Bevan. I believe we've seen Alfie before in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. We have Oswin Wilson, Klaus Klint, and Lance Nasir joining the fray.
Let's start
Lovely.
Yeah.
There you see Luca Andretta, fastest time with a 1:27.564. Nice one, Luca. That's server best.
Yep.
Luca
No,
Andretta.
that was like clean. I mean, there's still maybe a 10th. As always. I always say there's a 10th, but it's
with a
pretty hard.
1:27.564, mentioning Jaden Harrison 634. Wow. That's been blown out the water already. Jaden Harrison now in the Mercedes. There you see him in the background. Sean Lee P3. It's a Mercedes 2-3 right now with a Porsche 1-4. So far, cheering on Young Knight Racing's Jaden Harrison in the BWT Mercedes. Oh my goodness, getting it a little bit wrong through there, and I think he's going to take it to the pits. Yes, he is. Let's look at the other Mercedes, though. There you see Sean Lee going past our screens. Clouds coming across the line. 1:38.56 for him there. Let's take a look at P1 there. It's Luca Andretta not improving in the first two sectors. I mean, after all, he just put in a stellar lap there. He's found some improvement in that third sector. It's a 1:28 dead for him. We're taking a look at Gabrielle. He's entered turn 2, so they're going to visit him a little bit later on. Let's check out where Justin Nasir is. He's also just beginning his lap time. Steven, jealous that he hasn't joined the party. I think although you haven't joined the party, you're going to have the best seats to watch this race. I mean, if it's anything like the last 3 rounds, if you joined us
Danny, if I screwed you up.
in the last round, that was not only one of the craziest races we had. The fight between Luca Andretta and Gabrielle really launched it to a whole nother level. So we're gonna see if that continues. But of course, last round, the highest viewing live stream of the year. Almost 500 views. Danny Nasir was taken out earlier by Brandon Smith. Luca Andretta drifting it in the grass there. And there we see Jaden Harrison getting it wrong once more. But I don't think this lap is going to count for Mr. Luca Andretta. Sean Lee P4. Just up the road. Let's take a look at Alfie. Just a corner to go. There is a bit of an issue with the Renault there. The interior of the car. A little bit difficult to watch through there, so we're not going to be going on board with Alfie in car at least. Justin Nasir takes it to pits, but P4 for him with a 1:29 dead. Rejoining the server, I assume. Yeah, this race can't be anything other than epic. Yeah, like I said, not really room for error around here, so the driver's going to be on their toes. And no yellows. No cautions at all. This is racing to the very end. So we're going to see. This is one of the 2 difficult circuits, I will say, that's on this calendar. With I will say the next round, the Hungaroring.
74 for the entire race. Oh, okay. Thanks, Doc.
The Hungaroring, the next round, also going to be just as difficult. And then the final round, Okayama for the Japanese Grand Prix. Of course, a classic that we've had for finales. Sean Lee parking it on the side of the road. 1:16. Where is the time gone? As Danny Nasir puts in a personal best of a 31.4 so far. The times are a little bit spaced out between the top three. 27.5, 28.2, and a 28.6 Aussie into the pits. Looking at Gabrielle through the chicane. Oh! Misses out. What a tricky circuit Oulton Park is. Like we said last time we were here, it was for the BTCC Legends Championship, but we never used that chicane that Gabrielle did just make a mistake on. It was flat out through there, as the old Oulton Park layout was. Of course, this is GT3, so we got to use the correct layout. Justin is here, back in the session. P6. Not having some luck here, but Luca Andretti's qualifying is complete as he stays in the pits. The timer counts down from 10 seconds to 5 seconds to 3, 2, 1. With not many drivers on the track anymore, qualifying is complete. Checkered flag is out. Any driver you see that's on track on that minimap, that's it. That's their last lap that they're on. Make it count. And make it count good. Jaden Harrison, 0.24, just off a pole. There we see Martin Webster teleporting into pits. Jaden Harrison in the Mercedes. Can he take pole position? Let's look where Gabrielle is yet to get into a sector there. So all eyes are on this man. Look how close it is into sector 2. 4/1000th of a second off. Jaden Harrison is giving it all. It's giving us all. 1 corner to go here at Oulton Park. Looks good, looks clean. Little bit of a slider corner exit. Jaden Harrison as he races to the line. Is this going to be pole position? Is it going to take out Luca Andretti? No, it is not. It is not. Wow, very close there. Then couple drivers still on track. There you see Curtis Gregory, so close there. Was Jaden Harrison. But wow, I'm not too sure if he does have an extra lap under his belt there. I'm just double checking the sector times. Does he have another lap under his belt? Or is this qualifying complete? No, actually, he's 2/10 just up there, so I'm not too sure, but... Oh, spin regardless, even if that lap did count hard in the wall. And that is your qualifying officially complete. Let's go talk to the top 3 and congratulate them. All right, that was a fun qualifying there. Luca Andretti, congratulations to your pole position. Second place there we have Jaden with a 27.9, and then Gabrielle third with a 28.6. All right, so that is it. Qualifying in the books. Luca Andretti, crucially, that is a pole position and a point. 1 point closer. Welcome, Roll Pratap, all of the OGs who love Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, either in the race, in the chat. If you're watching whenever the stream is put up, a day late, a couple hours after the stream, a couple months, or maybe you're revisiting this race. If this is you revisiting this race about a year into the future, a couple months into the future, I wonder if this race was the best race in this championship. We're gonna find out. With 1 minute and 20, the drivers gonna get on the grid. Is this a classic? Are you going to be watching this race far in the future?
Is it okay if I use my alt account here?
Sorry, what was that?
Is it okay if I use this account here?
Yes. Oh, yep.
You just won't be able to hear.
Will you be able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, as long as you're able to hear me, that's fine.
Okay.
So Jaden Harrison just double checking some action there. All right, so can't wait to get the action back soon. Same. Yeah, can't wait for you guys to join back with us there. I mean, this is the action that you're missing out. Wow, all right, so take a look at that standings right there. This is going to be a good race, that's for sure. Well, the times are not as close as what Monza was. It's going to be a really interesting race, but with 15 seconds left to go, the driver's going to get on the grid. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club at GT World Challenge. We are live at Oulton Park. It's the British Grand Prix, and it is next. With a minute left to go on the timer for this race, the drivers line up on the grid for the fourth round, a very important round for the top three, especially who's winning it for the British Grand Prix. And what a qualifying that was. With 50 seconds to go, let's run it down for you guys now. Take a look at those standings. It was Luca Andretta, P1, followed by Jaden Harrison. Then it's Gabrielle, Sean Lee, Alfie Bevan, Justin Nasir, Oswin Wilson, Martin Webster, George Hall, Klaus Clint, Danny Nasir, Curtis Gregory, Brandon Smith, and Lance Nasir to round out your 14-car grid. And with 20 seconds to go for the timer, it is time to get this race underway. The last time we were here, we crowned a champion, and that was Sean Lee for the BTCC Legends. Today, it is the fourth round as we try to get the camera stable here. 6 lights are on the board, and we go racing here at the British Grand Prix. Let's do this there. Great start there. You see Brandon Smith in the background, but it's Luca Andretta has even better start there from the Mercedes, almost 3 wide going into T1. There you see Alfie there onto the inside. Contact is made from the Aston Martin, and the Renault might have been a little bit of a turn in there, but they file in very early on. Martin Webster defending the inside from Oswin Wilson in the Nissan there as they all enter through turn 2. They all start to single file out. Let's get this one underway. Jaden Harrison already on the charge. Sean Lee, P3. Justin, great start, getting 2 positions there on the start. But oh, it's contact. Was it contact? Did he just miss the corner entry there? If you do touch the grass, it's trouble. But one thing that is even more trouble, Gabrielle, who did make contact at the start of the race, has to now fight his way back up. It's repeats, it's shades of the Dutch Grand Prix where he had to fight from the back to the front. This time around, he's going to be a lot more aggressive, trying to get through the field with such a tight circuit like this as he gets the move done on Curtis Gregory. There we see Oswin Wilson, Martin Webster. Who remembers this rivalry that we had? Oh my goodness, all those months ago. Everyone's returning back to normal. And up ahead of them, Alfie and Justin Nasir going at it. 2 drivers who we've never seen go with each other. Oswin Wilson already giving the pressure early on in this one. Lance Nasir, teammate with Justin Nasir, losing out early on as well. On board there with Alfie Bevan as he looks at a Cadillac ahead of him. Oh, up ahead though, Sean Lee missing the apex. That's going to lose him a bit of time to his fellow Mercedes ahead. Oswin Wilson though, giving the pressure on to the Guyanese Martin Webster. Lance Nasir, more trouble for him. There you see some bodywork damage after turn 1. But it's Luca Andretta who's going to start to extend this lead now. Alfie in the background, P5 slides the Renault. And he chases down Justin Nasir in the Cadillac, looking back 2 tenths. The difference still between Oswin Wilson and Martin Webster. Oh, but great run there from the Nissan. Tries to get alongside the Jaguar. The door is shut though. Martin Webster very smart with the placement of his car. A double right-hander can be very easy to lose the momentum through here. And Tavares saying if Ozzy and Marlon or Martin did not meet on track, something is wrong. That is true. It's only tradition around here because Oswin Wilson trying to go side by side. 10 to turn 1, your fight for P6. Oh, it's going to be very tight. Martin Webster leaves the space. Ah, it's contact. 360. Tries to turn it around. Oh, man. Oswin Wilson contact there. And Wilson slowing down, gonna let Webster through as a part of the rules there. And that is a shame. That is your battle going down just like that. Meanwhile, though, Alfie really closing up the gap. And while those two are, they're both way quicker than Sean Lee right now, who's currently in P3. A little bit of a slide for Justin. Oh, a little bit of an error on corner exit. It allows Alfie in the Renault now to go alongside. Gabrielle brings yellow flags as well. We look to him now. Another mistake is made for him. But meanwhile, around the outside, Alfie gets it done. Gabrielle's progress is reset back to 9th. Trouble in this championship fight. Martin Webster, more trouble for him. Oh, don't tell me we're going to see a retirement from the X-Play driver. Come on, keep that one rolling and keep that one going. The fans want you, Webster. Meanwhile, George Hall looks like he's got a position on the Brabham of Brendan Smith. 28-2 against a 29-1 from Jaden Harrison to Sean Lee. So Sean Lee really struggling now in this early stage of this British Grand Prix. But take a look at the map, though. P1, P2 in a class of their own. 3, 4, 5. Those guys that we're watching right now, but it's 6th to 11th. That's the train that's going on right now. Hopefully, Sean can get up to those guys behind, hopefully as well, but right now he is struggling a bit early on. Maybe those tires are just not up to temperature. But we look to P7, though, a 10th between Oswin Wilson and Danny Nasir after the contact. Oswin was down in the order, but now even more lower there. But Oswin Wilson and Danny Nasir, a lot of history with each other. Respectful racing. As Oswin Wilson really checks up on the back. Oh my goodness, has to almost cut the corner. But here comes Gabrielle. This is going to be interesting to see what goes down between these two guys. Of course, Gabrielle, your championship leader. At this stage, this is the best thing that could happen to both Luca and Jaden as yellow flags come out momentarily for George Hall. I don't know if he teleported to pits, though, or if this is for a scheduled pit stop. No, it's a retirement. So your first retirement from George Hall. That's a bit of a shame for the man on home soil. Of course, this was his home race. Gabrielle sent it up the inside. Dutch GP style. Meanwhile, though, Sean Lee has lost 2 positions. Where is he on track? There he is, off the circuit. Puts the power down too early. Sean Lee. Oh, no, it's more flashbacks from the Italian Grand Prix. Danny Nasir also found himself off the track. So that's a position Gabrielle makes. Sean Lee, though, even more of a nightmare. That puts up Alfie and Justin up a position each. As Yuki Tsunoda would say, it's traffic paradise out here. I wonder how bad the tire deck is and how long it's going to give up. I mean, we'll find out in due time as Gabrielle now tries to push. Oh, it's going to be a little bit easier for him. Oh, Oswin Wilson! It's the wall! Wow, it's like everyone that faces Gabrielle. The heart rate just goes through the roof. And another position is made, and there you see both Danny Nasir and Oswin Wilson can now regain their battle. Meanwhile, though, contact is made. That is Clausen. That is Clausen, Brandon Smith. That's 2 drivers from the same organization. That's Hemidal in Valhalla. That incident looked very... Ooh, as he puts the power down on the AstroTurf. Meanwhile, Gabrielle pushing this Aston Martin now to get one of two Mercedes he would like to pass. Oh my goodness! Sean Lee in the wall once more! How many spins have we seen early on here? Man, that... Unbelievable. What is going on so far in this race? All I gotta say, Oulton Park is very, very unforgiving for a lot of these drivers around here. Another spin for Sean Lee. The nightmare continues. Can he just pull this back up? He's sitting P9. He has 36 minutes to bring this one back. He's got two cars ahead of him with a lot of damage each. Gabrielle, more yellows! Gabrielle retires! Your championship leader is out! He is out of the British Grand Prix! Oh my goodness! Huge! Huge! Oh, wow! Your championship leader is gonna be losing 36 points! Oh my god! What is going on? The British Grand Prix is giving us the absolute twist of this championship! Oh, I didn't expect it to happen like this! Oh my goodness! Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't understand how crucial this is in the championship, Gabrielle, in the first round, not only won that race, but it also meant Luca Andretti and Jaden Harrison, they never competed at the French Grand Prix, the very first race of this year, at Paul Ricard. Both Luca Andretti and Jaden Harrison were not there for the show. But after that, they were there. So Gabrielle had the lead. He had the head start. But now with this retirement, that 27-point gap is about to be shrunken so much that we might see a new championship leader. Giving you guys the rundown here. Who is in second? Well, it's this man, Luca Andretti, which a win would put him about 5 points ahead of Gabrielle. But remember, that's a win. This championship, it's on his head. We have a bit of news from the paddock coming from... Oh, hold on. I don't know about that one. Jaden Harrison off the track.
I'm slowing down and you hit the brakes when I'm 2 millimeters behind you. There was no reason to brake.
Hold on there. Hold on.
Me.
We're hearing a lot of team radio. Luke Andretti is not happy with that. Luke Andretti's not happy with that. But as that was going on, Jaden Harrison has made a crucial mistake and has gone from second to fourth. Almost every driver has made a mistake in this race. That now puts Alfie Bevan in P2 with Justin is here third. Oh my goodness. If you seriously thought the Italian Grand Prix was one thing, what do you call this? This championship is going insane. But wow, every time I bring you guys some breaking news, something always goes down. But let's try to calm ourselves down here. We got news. We got word from the paddock pen from George Hall. I would carry on, but the FPS is so bad, keeps freezing. Don't want to cause a crash. Should be back for the next round, though. So unfortunate for George Hall there. The man that this crowd out here was definitely rooting for on his home turf. A retirement there because of those issues. However, we have not gotten a word from your championship leader, Gabrielle. I'm not too sure if he's watching the stream right now or he's blowing off some smoke, but this championship is really taking a turn. The Merc in this track, not an easy task. Yep, Sean Lee and Jaden Harrison not having the best. Also in this race, we were also supposed to see the debut of Sebastian Duran, but he had some connectivity issues, but he was actually running some very quick times. up on the board. I believe he was also in the Renault, so interesting sights. But let's calm it down now. I mean, after all, only 8 laps have been complete here for this British Grand Prix. And so far, it has been chaos. Everything has been put on its roof now, but we can finally settle down with a lot of gaps starting to build up with each other. It's now going to slowly get down into a strategy race now. Let's settle in, and let's go in for the long one. There we see up the road, Curtis Gregory now having to defend from Oswin Wilson and Sean Lee. Jaden Harrison, 1:28.05, won that last lap. It's his personal best. So, Jaden's not out of this. I mean, the pit stop phase could change this one up big time, but there is a train down here for P5, so we're going to watch this one in the meantime there. Curtis Gregory going to be defended in that Ford Mustang GT3. And we're going to see how that looks on track. There you see also on the side of your screens, 1.2 seconds is the gap between Justin Nasir and Alfie Bevan. Almost going up to 3 seconds, actually. But it's the Porsche of Luca Andretti who has a 12-second gap. No yellows this time around for this championship, so it's just going to be some hard work to get up the order. This is the endurance part of this race. As there we see a bit of a wiggle from Oswin Wilson, just about saving the car. And the Mercedes trying to catch up. Sean Lee, better exit for him. Oswin takes it to the inside. A lot of better momentum from the Mercedes. Side by side through the fast kink there. Both of them respecting each other's racing room. Blue flags. There you see Lance Nasir getting out the way. But it's Sean Lee just about inching ahead, and he gets the move. The Mercedes going up into P6. But Oswin Wilson might be able to bounce back from it. Momentum coming from corner exit. Does he send it to the inside? He tucks in, though. And he stays P7. Oh, but Curtis Gregory saves it just about inches away from Sean Lee's nose. Yep, Sean will deliver you a new pair of underwear after this. As Sean Lee now hustles the car through there. We're gonna give him some complimentary CMRSC branded underwear, because I think the ones he's using right now might be gone to waste after that close one. Wow, Oswin Wilson there. I guess he was definitely hoping for the contact to happen so we can move up into P5. But this race is getting a lot of fun to watch, I will say. P8 and P9 also fighting. That is Danny Nasir and Klaus Klint. Danny and Klaus having a bit of a running into at the beginning of the Italian Grand Prix. So finally, these two guys can have a proper battle through here. The Ferrari looking very stable there as a 1:29.1 comes from Justin Nasir. It's a personal best, but it's not as quick as the man behind him. Meanwhile, though, Oswin Wilson continues to close up this gap. It still stays around 7 to 8 tenths as they come around the final corner once more. The front end just losing a bit of grip there for Oswin Wilson, but remember, these guys do have to make mandatory pit stops sometime in this race. But 27 minutes left to go in this one. There's a lot of time for anything to happen. There's a lot of stuff that could shake up here. But Oulton being such a ruthless track, so unforgiving, anything's possible. We are seeing our first pit stop, though. Now it's Klaus Klint who enters pit road. Goes in. Of course, for this championship, you gotta make tire change. Doesn't matter about the fuel. If you gotta refuel, you can. But the tires are going to be crucial around here. Not just about when you get it over with, it's about what lap you get it done. Alfie, though, doing a very good job of extending this gap to Justin Nasir, who sits 3rd position. Last time Justin was here, he did finish P3 at the Dutch Grand Prix. 10 viewers watching the stream concurrently. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening, this afternoon, night, morning, wherever you are around the world. We are so happy to have you joining us. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. We are on course for 500 subscribers. It would mean so much if we can hit that sub goal. Meanwhile, Sean Lee put in his personal best of a 128.9. A 130.6 coming from Curtis Gregory, a personal best from him. As well, there we're getting the update up on your screens. On pit exit, though, is Klaus. Very far from pit exit. It's on his outlap right now. He comes out in P9, so one of our first drivers to come in. So if he keeps it consistent, we're going to find out where he lies right now. A lot of drivers, though, are getting lapped. There you see P2 behind him, behind Klaus up the road. Luca Andretta having to now overtake Brandon Smith, who's entering turn 1. 127.7 from him. Love the sound of these cars as they go around here. 1.6 though. Take a look at this. Jaden Harrison has really closed up the gap now between himself and Justin Nasir. Jaden Harrison, running off the road there. He's done very well to catch up now. That's one half of it. The second half is overtaking Justin. And that is not going to be an easy task. He has Martin Webster ahead of him, though. Could slow him down, depending on where he catches him. And there you hear from Tavar Lucas. Brakes must be steaming, possibly. I mean, right now he is pushing that Porsche to its absolute limit. I really hope it doesn't make a mistake. Oh my goodness!
Man, why do you brake every time someone's behind?
Why the fuck, man, to stay on the right side and pass me?
Just continue with your pace. I'll pass you in one way or another.
You know what?
And another encounter coming between Luca Andretta and Lance Nasir. Ooh, and Lance Nasir, what's going on with him? He has trouble on the front straight, possibly. Not too sure, but he gets it back going. But
I literally.
All right, guys, let's keep it clear now. Let's keep it clear. So Lance Nasir and as Curtis Gregory goes off track there. I was saying now our race leader is in the pits. He'll be out on the track momentarily. There you see him. He comes out P4. Yep, confident P4 for him. So it's Alfie that now leads this race. Luca with fresh tires. With cold tires as well, so he's going to have to really tiptoe around this track. But one thing I do want to move back up to is this man, Jaden Harrison, who's closing up that gap to Justin Nasir in P2. A lot of traffic ahead of him as well. Justin and Alfie separated between a Viking. Just going through there. There you see him. And there you see Alfie there entering the double right-hander. Looking very clear. A lot of traffic through here for Justin Nasir. It's not going to help him. Maybe this is the good time to pit. I will say with a lot of traffic like this, don't waste your time. Justin Nasir narrowly avoiding his teammate. It's what Luca was saying. With Lance Nasir slowing down like that, I'm not too sure if everyone behind him expected that. But he just wants to get out of everyone's way. But there you see Alfie now in the pits as well as Jaden Harrison. So Justin Nasir now inherits the race lead. Was that a good idea with a lot of drivers still to lap. As you see the Ferrari up ahead of Klaus. If I was Jaden, I would be pitting now. Well, he has made that pit stop and he's come out in P6. Alfie comes out 4th. Luca now is shuffled up into P2. With Sean Lee still yet to pit, he's in P3. But when do we see Justin pit? He's just about passing the Ferrari of Klaus Klint. And meanwhile, a bit of traffic there for your man in P2, trying to pull off his best no-hesi impression.
Thank you, guys.
Luca Andretta getting past 2 cars. And he sets his sights now in some clear air. Next driver up the road is Klaus. Obviously not for position. Gotta know when to cut the traffic. On this tight track, Luca did very well too, I will say. Justin Nasir, though, is staying out for the time being. There you see on your screens, though, who has pitted and when they did pit. Meanwhile, though, under a second is Sean Lee and Alfie. I think his case is going to be over with now. Sean Lee enters the pits as well as Lance Nasir. As well as, I think that's Oswin Wilson, who just about gets the car slowed down. Yes, he does. Into pit road. A lot of drivers making pit road very busy. Ooh. Oswin Wilson just missed his box there, has to reverse. Back up to the front, though. What has happened up here? But there you see, look, everyone is just in one section of the track. There you see Curtis Gregory also in there. Pit road. Pit exit, I will say, is about to get busy as well. Sean Lee, Oswin Wilson, they're both fighting for position. But it's a quick stop for both of them. Curtis Gregory desperately needs to get out of pit road as well if he wants to start fighting in this battle. There's Lance Nasir. Oswin Wilson needs to overtake him. But let's go back up to the front runners. Do we see Justin pit? That gap is going down. Yes, it is. Justin Nasir in for his stop. Gives Luca back the lead. Lance Nasir. Whoa, I'm not too sure if anything transpired there between himself and Oswin Wilson. His teammate, though, in the pits. There is Luca Andretta, though, up the road. And leading this one. Justin on pit exit, though. Jaden Harrison has got the undercut to work, so Jaden now goes up into P2. Brandon Smith off the track. That's the same area as where Lance Nasir is. Is there contact there?
Okay, I got hit from behind.
Lance Nasir into the pits. It's right back out. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to show that. That is a car running over a lot of men in the pits. I do not want to get that many eyes on our stream for the wrong reasons. Let's take a look back up at the leaders there. Alfie Bevan up into P2, but 17 seconds off of your race leader, Luca Andretta. Jaden Harrison, though, is gonna start the chase now. On to Alfie. 3.4 seconds. We are in for a classic here as we come to the end of this race. More yellows coming from Lance. Takes it back into the pits once more. Currently last here in this race. Sean Lee, though, I will say, you got to give credit to him. He's done very well to catch up back. A couple of spins here and there. He's managed to start getting a bit more consistent with that Mercedes. It is an animal around here, but once you start to tame it like Jaden has already, I can give you some good results. And P5 right now for him. He's quite a ways away from Justin Nasir, but still 17 minutes left to go. A lot of chances for him to get right back into this battle and potentially fight for P4. Jaden Harrison, though, 3 seconds now. The gap between himself and Alfie in that Renault. Meanwhile, though, we take a look at our race leader who's just in a class of his own. And just like how Max Verstappen loves to just ruin every single fun thing that happens when it comes to WoW, I wonder what's going to happen in the next race if there's 3 different winners in one. Well, Luca says, I'm just going to break that streak.
Take me on the low side of the turn.
Nah, I'm joking. Luca Andretta is an amazing driver. Such a quick driver. And there you see Brandon Smith just letting out Jaden. Luca in a class of his own. What would have happened if we saw Gabrielle still in this race? I'm not too sure. One thing's for sure, though. Luca Andretta, if he stays where he is, he's going to be leading this championship at only just about 4 to 5 points clear of the race. The championship leader, as Justin Nasir puts in a 1:29.1. Martin Webster starts to pull the charge now on the Audi up the road of Danny Nasir. The Jaguar is looking a lot better now. Martin Webster not finding himself in too much trouble here. But remember, folks, next week out, it is round 5 of the GT World Challenge at the Hungaroring. It's going to be another fancy weathery kind of race. We're going to be racing in the morning, so early hours for these drivers to be up. But of course, in the real world, 6 p.m. There we see Martin Webster, though, really trying to close up this gap. Behind him, though, it's Alfie Bevan. Are there spots still available? Apologies, by the way, 5 p.m. races, not 6 p.m. Raul Partab, yes, there is. There are still spots available if you check out. I know you're in our Discord, so if you check out the GT World Challenge channel, and you scroll up past the points, you're going to find a list of the available cars. And there's still a lot of good selection there. But yeah, 5 p.m. races every Saturdays, so don't miss out on the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix, as well as we also have the finale, the Japanese Grand Prix at Okayama. That's going to be in a couple weeks' time, February 27th. Then after that, we head into the Daytona 500 as we are watching a beautiful performance there from Alfie to cut through some lap traffic as both of them are fighting for track position right now. But yeah, the Daytona 500 is going to be coming up soon, so you do not want to miss out on CMRSC's biggest race. Always has some of the best attendance. Meanwhile, though, check this out. Jaden Harrison has somehow got out of nowhere. Martin Webster made a contact for him. Danny Nasir slowing down, trying to get out the way as well. Oh, it's a little bit tight through there. Martin Webster losing out. Danny Nasir off the track. Does he save it? No! And interestingly, Martin Webster has slowed down. He didn't have to. There's no contact. I think Martin Webster wants to continue this battle. He said, no, come back here. We are not done yet. That's going to allow Brandon Smith to just come through out of nowhere. Is this for position? Oh, it's no, my goodness. Oh, it's not for position contact. Oh, no.
Sorry about that one.
Danny Nasir just getting off. And Martin Webster says, all right, you're done now. Get me out of here. Martin Webster waited once and just saw Danny Nasir absolutely get clobbered through. Oh, man, that might be a penalty to Brandon Smith. That is, that is not what you want to be doing, that's for sure. But yes, sorry. So yeah, to update you guys, next week, Hungaroring. After that, it's Okayama, then the Daytona 500 Virtual, our 3rd annual Daytona 500 Virtual, and then we head into our next championship, which I think a lot of guys are going to love. We're working very hard, doing a lot of stuff for CMRSC. So far, this first championship of 2024 has been absolutely stellar, I will say. It has been awesome with this GT3 Championship. I gotta give massive shout-outs to the BCRC gaming community. Johnny, thank you so much for allowing us to use your fantastic mods. As Martin Webster is giving you the drive-through penalty, we're gonna tell him now. All right, Martin Webster, real penalty, awarded you a drive-through penalty. So just keep that in mind. Webster drive-through penalty for him. That's going to take him down the order. And Danny Nasir is going to get his position. Meanwhile, though, 128.8 for Justin Nasir. A second between Alfie Bevan and Jaden Harrison. Jaden, this is prime opportunity to finish in second position. Good for some points. Sorry, we don't have the CMRC medic working today. Not even about working. We don't even have one. We couldn't even. We can't afford one. We're on a tight budget around here. We spent everything. All right, Martin. Yeah, drive-through is taken. You're good now. Yeah, we used all the budget on these cars, the venue for the tracks, all the sponsorships. Yeah, no, we cannot afford. We just told the guys to shake it off. Just shake it off. Put a band-aid on if you have to. Meanwhile, though, 5/10 between these two guys for the fight.
Hey, Alfie and Luke, if you guys bring home the 1-2, I'll do you some livers.
See the 1-2 there from... quote there from... Not too sure who that was. I heard 1-2 for a second, but either way, your fight between second and third.
Danny, pass right.
Let's sit back. Let's watch this battle about to unfold. Justin Nasir, 28-6. He's tuning up the band, you know. With 10 minutes left, we could see a three-way fight for second position. Aiden, that was you. Apologies. Let me know what you said in the chat there. I didn't catch it fully there. Meanwhile, though, the Mercedes is working real hard now. If they get a 1-2, I'll cook up some paints. Ooh. Very interesting. Klaus up the road now. Gets out the way. Jaden Harrison, Alfie can resume their battle. Man, that corner's just so crazy. It's a bit scary there. That bump could really send your car veering into the gravel. That's not what you want, especially when you're fighting for second place. But Jaden hustling the car. 8.9 between Justin and Jaden. So we're going to take a look at these lap times as they come across now. Across the line, Alfie with a 28.7. Jaden with a 28.5. 2/10 faster is the Jamaican that time around. Gonna take a look. 29.0 for Justin Nasir. And, oh, the turn in there from Jaden a lot better. From the Mercedes against that Renault. Has he found a little bit of space? No, he is not. Samuel King in the chat. Welcome. Tavar cheering on his fellow Young Knight driver as they go through Shell's Oil Corner once more. 8 minutes to go. The Renault is going to have to start pulling off some good defense moves if he wants this second place to stick. But Jaden Harrison will do everything in his power. Just do not overcook it. There you see that one lone member in the crowd on the right there, waving his Mercedes flag proud. Over the double right, curved there, losing a bit of time. Jaden essentially getting a slipstream, being pulled along now, allowing them to break away more from Justin Nasir. But will it be the Sunset Crew getting their drivers a 1-2? Or will Jaden, with the entirety of Jamaica on his back, supporting him for this race, Our last week's race winner. Is he going to pull another crazy miracle through here? 129s. 29 dead. 129-1 from Alfie and Jaden respectively. 29-3 from Justin. Justin still not closing up that gap in time. 5/10 the difference. Alfie, a lot of a better exit.
Luca, pass right.
Meanwhile, Luca Andrade 22
I can't
seconds
let him
ahead.
go no more, get here.
Roll Partab also cheering him on. The whole chat is split between Alfie versus Jaden. This is what Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club is all about, baby. Racing this close to the very end. And then you see that Mercedes flag once more as Jaden Harrison really closes up that gap. And there you see, through the double right now, the gap is closed up. 4/10. On that rear wing now. And Hayden, so it looks like Alfie's been taking a bit of taekwondo, learning a bit of defense here. Will it work against Jaden? We'll have to find out. This is it. 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Defense, we don't do defense, we attack. Let's go, says Tavar. Chat really split here. Oh, love the action through here. One thing's for sure. Justin is here, 28-8 there. And he's going to lap Klaus. I think he has got the move done. Yes, he has. Through the fast left-hander. The Mercedes hunts him down. The Renault through Shell's oil corner. Still good so far. Into the chicane now. How aggressive is that Mercedes through there? Oh my goodness. A little bit of a cut there from Jaden. It has lost him a bit of momentum. It's very bumpy over the curbs. Oh, take a look at this though. A little bit of a reminder that I'm still here, says Jaden. Jaden now, it's a bit of momentum as they go up the hill. It's a very tight section of the track if you're going to attempt to move, but it's going to be brave. Backs down. Nose to tail. Nothing can separate these two drivers. 2/10 the difference, and we're under 4 minutes to go. Final corner as they go around once more. Oh, a little bit of a slide on corner exit. Jaden pushing all the way. 128.7, 128.8. Both of them pushing their cars to the very limit. I think it's safe to say right now, if there's no incident between these two guys, Justin is here. I don't think he'll be able to catch up, that's for sure. So this is it. This is your closest battle we have on track. And just like every single round in this championship, it's always gone down to the wire. Round one, it was Sean Lee and Brandon Pierce. Round two, it was Jaden Harrison against Brandon Pierce. Round three, it was Jaden Harrison against Luca Andrade. I think you could see the trend here. In round four, it's Jaden Harrison against Alfie Bevan. Man, Jaden giving us action. Oh my God, as he sent it. Oh, I don't know if there was contact. I don't think there was contact, but there was barely an inch between them as they both get past 80 to here in the grass. 3 minutes to go now. In this British Grand Prix. I'm new here, and yo, this is intense. Good racecraft between these drivers. Yep, Samuel, this is what Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club is all about, fighting to the end, and respect, I will say, between both of these guys. But how much respect is there going to be if they go side by side? We will have to find out. Jaden Harrison still tucking in the slipstream. Preparing for one last move or trying everything in the book to get past. There might be a chance. Alfie strategically puts his car in the middle of the track. Oh my goodness. Now Jaden, what does he do here? He tucks in. Oh, there's a bit of space. Jaden goes for it. No, he has to back out. Jaden, at this this point, it's about patience, but how much patience do you have with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go? Lap traffic up the road. That is Brandon Smith. I know Brandon will definitely let these guys through as soon as he can. Knowing that there's a fight. Oh, but a little bit of corner exit. A mishap coming from Renault. Side by side for second place. They go down the straight. Jaden Harrison, has he got the move? Yes, he does, but for outlock 3 wide. Jaden Harrison as they go 3 wide. Brandon Smith tries to let them through. Can't get it done. Alfie takes back second position. Side by side. They try to go through. No. Not Brandon, don't worry. That was not your fault. Oh my goodness. 1:27. Alfie running over the curb, losing a bit of traction on his car, loses the momentum. Jaden Harrison had the chance, but unfortunately, Brandon Smith makes the car. Brandon Smith, wrong place, wrong time. You can't be mad at him. Don't be mad at Brandon for that one. Nothing he could have done there, that's for sure. 1 minute to go for the British Grand Prix. And the crowd goes wild here. Oh my goodness. We're under a minute for the British Grand Prix. Who is going to get second position here? Jaden Harrison or Alfie Bevan? The chat is split on who is going to take home second place. 35 seconds to go in 2 laps. We're going to watch Luca Andretti depending on where he is on track. As there you see how close the Mercedes gets. Oh, he's in the grass. And that is it. Jaden Harrison has lost it through the chicane. And just like that, it is over. Justin Nasir behind him has a chance at glory to try to get P3 here. Jaden Harrison has done everything but Alfie Bevan. Wow, Justin is here now. How have we moved from one battle to another? Take a look at Luca Andretti. I think we're at the 2 to go. We are 2 laps to go from this one. And GG. The gap was there, but Alfie Bevan wins the war. Justin Nasir, though, a chance at a podium. This is what Justin wanted. He waited, he bought his time. And now we can watch it sail through. 2 to go here from Oulton Park. Justin Nasir, still a chance. And oh no, Justin, a bit of a wiggle in corner entry through there. That's lost him a bit of time. But wow, round of applause to Alfie freaking Bevan. Insane, Hayden. Man, Hayden, that's going to be a pay raise there for Alfie Bevan. And Luca Andretti, knowing that Jaden Harrison will not finish P2, is going to be elated in this championship fight. 1 to go from Oulton Park. Justin still 1.4. A chance there because remember, Jaden really cooked his tires, pressuring Alfie to the very end. Justin still a chance, 1.4 between them. 129.4 for Alfie Bevan. But wow, I am still speechless after that one. Insane. But after all of those battles, it has left Luca Andretti in a lonely 24-second lead. A race he might call boring for himself. He's about to watch back this race. He's going to be like, yeah, I need to start last from now on because this is the action that's been going on behind him from the beginning of this race, giving so much chaos to the end where we got some of the best racing. Still not quite over yet, but we're coming down to it. There he is, the man in the Porsche, Luca Andretti. Hayden, cook up those liveries. I'd love to see what you could do around the final corner. Gonna need some new paint, right? Luca Andretti comes across the line, goes 2 for 2, and he takes the lead of the championship here at Oulton Park with just 2 rounds to go. The man in P2 is deserving of driver of the day, Alfie Bevan.
My wrists are shot.
Around the final corner in the Renault. I hope we can see him more often. What a race that was. Alfie Bevan, I think he deserves driver of the day after that one. He takes 2nd position. He fought hard in the battle. He has won the war. Jaden finished 3rd. Justin 4th position. That's your top 4, and that is a race that we can finally call a classic. Bit of chaos coming here from the end of the lap here. But what a race. Sean Lee, though, climbs back up to finish P5 as well.
Come over. I'm waiting to do the parade lap.
Wow.
Jaden, of course. Oh. I was going to go with Jaden and you. You're going to parade.
Woo!
Never mind.
Wowzer. Sunset Outruns Tag Heuer never cracking under pressure award goes to Bevan today. Holy hell. Put that one in the highlight reel.
I had to drive so carefully.
Sorry about a couple of those moves, Jaden. They're a bit... I don't know, they felt a bit on the limit. And after I did them, they didn't feel quite right. So I hope they didn't do too bad.
What happened in the last corner?
I think a lot of drivers are discussing with each other. Let's go up to the interview booth. And let's talk to our man in 3rd place. Jaden Harrison. Jaden, do we have you on the mic? You're in the interview room.
Yes.
Wow, Jaden Harrison, now 4 races in a row where you have given us some action all the way to the very end. Jaden Harrison finishing 3rd position. What a nail biter at the end there against yourself and Alfie there. Take it away. How was that one?
It was very difficult. In the practice, I had pace for the 27.5, 27.4, but in quality I just couldn't pull it together at all. The car was very inconsistent, very sketchy. Couldn't get the setup dialed, and just pushing just to try to keep up with Luca. The car was throwing me off a track and everything, so just stayed back, tried the undercut on Justin, and it was very difficult to stay on Alfie. The car was just killing me, trying to TC down, bare understeer everywhere. It was a very hard race there. I tried, but next week come with a better setup.
We got to give yourself a pat on the back. That was an excellent comeback through the field after a bit of an iffy start early on in that one. Yeah, we did see the Mercedes struggling a bit, but once you got it down and working, that thing worked beautifully. It was a very quick car on track. 3rd place, though, you managed to just finish ahead of Justin. Huge points as well with the championship leader retiring in this race, so you're going to get boosted up as well. Jaden Harrison, the whole chat, the chat was about 50-50 between you and Alfie. Jaden, any word you'd like to say to your fans in the chat?
Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and come back next week better. And I'm sorry for Brandon about that incident there. I didn't know what I was thinking. I'll have to look over that, but thanks for supporting and thanks for watching the stream, CMRSC.
And thank you as well for joining us. I'm going to send you back to the race chat. Congratulations on that 3rd. And we're going to slide up our man in P2 now, Alfie Bevan. Alfie, we got you in the interview booth. Do you have a word on you?
Hello.
Bro. Debut race here for 2024 in this championship as well. And you're already a fan favorite to go up against the best of the best. Alfie, man, welcome. And what a race that was to the very end there. Yourself and Jaden Harrison giving us an amazing nail biter to the very end. Alfie, I'd like you to take it away. How was that race for you?
Yeah, I was good. I don't know, there was a couple moves on Jaden there that I felt a bit iffy about after they happened, but it was a little bit desperate at times, but I just about pulled it off. Back markers definitely helped, and the track definitely helped being so narrow, so yeah.
Yeah, an amazing result there for you as well, cutting through traffic early on. I mean, you didn't have too much practice going into this race. This one was just a couple laps in the car, and then it was straight to qualifying. How did it feel? How did the Renault feel on Oulton Park?
It was good. It felt quite quick through the corners, but I just noticed like the Merc was super good on the brakes. It didn't really matter where I braked. He was just about 5-10 meters later every time, but. No, it felt quite good through the high-speed corners, and it was quite stable, so quite happy with it. Sounds cool. Looks cool as well.
Yeah, indeed. It's a very nice-looking car. And, yeah, man, that was a terrific result there from you there to finish in second place. Alfie, will we be seeing you in a couple more future events?
Hope so. We'll see.
Well, I can't wait. I would love to see you once more in this championship. That was an amazing race from you there. In your debut here. Congratulations on that second place result.
Thank you.
Back in the chat there, we'll pull him down, and let's get our race winner, Luca Andretta. Luca, we're pulling you up here into the interview booth. That's another W in the books.
Yes.
Another race win over 20 seconds. It's like back to the norm here in the office. Luca, though, amazing result there nonetheless. That Porsche worked like a charm. But how was that race for you?
No, it was a good race. My wrists are shot now. This is amazing. Yeah, but it was a good race till the. I mean, I almost died twice due to Lance just braking in a place where he could have just gone full throttle, but. Never mind that. I'm here now on pole, I guess, so I'm happy with that. And I mean, nothing really was eventful during the race. I was just running my race, pushing pretty much as hard as I could and going as fast as the car would, staying in the 27s. Around the end, with I think it was 15 minutes to go or something, I reached 5 cut tracks.
Wow.
It was really hard to keep the car while pushing max in T1 and T3. On the exit of T3, it was very easy, actually. It was just sometimes you went a bit wide, but T1 was definitely very, very hard to keep between the lines and not get a cut track. And around 8 minutes left. This might sound a little funny, stupid. I think my wheel is shaking so hard, it disconnected my DP cable a little bit, because my screen went black for 2 seconds in the hairpin. Well, yeah. Nothing much else to say. Great race. Thank you.
Yeah, interesting. We didn't see any yellows come from you, so definitely not something that really hampered your race at all. I mean, finishing 25 seconds to the guy in second place, that is very good, no matter what.
Yeah. I was just scared as hell after that monitor going black that it was going to happen again. I was like, please no.
Yeah, that was a bit insane. But, Luca, you are now unofficially the championship leader, and I assume around 4 to 5 points just ahead of Gabriel after his retirement early on in this race. You are in control of this championship, and you got 2 more rounds to do it. The Hungaroring and Okayama. Can you give us any insight to how you're feeling right now? What's the mindset going into the final 2 rounds now that you're leading this championship?
I mean, it's amazing that I missed the first race and still managed to keep and actually get the lead of the championship unofficially, right? But I'm just gonna take my knowledge I've taken from race 2 till now and bring that over to the last 2 races. I understand now more how to set up the car, how to get the car to actually rotate, and it's really hard to tell while driving, but the delta just goes down if you do it right. It just goes down even though you're taking the corner the same. So I mean, I'm just going to do my best and see what I can do.
And either way, though, that was still an incredible result. And yeah, I mean, it's all about just being consistent and finishing where you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it, man. There's a lot of
And
work to
setup.
do there. And setup very
Because
crucial.
setup is so important with these cars. I'm not joking. Because if you're running stock setup, I accidentally did some stock setup laps in practice. I was a second slower driving the same. Like I was like 1.2 seconds slower than my best with the setup. I changed back to my setup immediately, just as fast as my best time. Like it's insane how much a setup does.
Indeed, man. Especially around here where it's this technical.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
bumps are insane.
Yeah, the bumps really killed a lot of people's momentum, especially early on in this race. Hungaroring should be a lot more forgiving, but it's still very it's just as technical, just not as bumpy. So
Yeah.
could be a lot more of a closer race, but you now control the championship. Congratulations. That is your race win, and you suck for ruining the different driver wins different race in this championship. We're going 2 in a row.
Thank you.
Ruining our hopes and dreams, but congratulations. Any last words you'd like to say to the chat?
Be there for the next one. Don't just subscribe to CMRSC. All right.
That's the best thing you could do. Congratulations. I'll drag you down. What a win.
Thank you.
And we are going to end it off here. What a race that was. Wow. The fight between Alfie and Jaden Harrison. I said while we were gritting up that will this be a race that you're going to be watching? Are you watching in the future? Is this 2025, 2026 right now? Are you watching this race? First of all, hello from the future. How is it up there? And second, was this the best race in this championship? We have 2 more to go. Hungaroring and Okayama. Who is winning it in this championship?